Welcome to My Mushroom Health, Fungi You Can Feel. Today we're going to be talking about culinary mushrooms and their health benefits. So let's get started. So what is it? Well, culinary mushrooms such as oyster, shiitake, maitake, and portobello have beneficial properties, as well as the lesser known medicinal mushrooms, so make sure you incorporate these wonderful foods into your weekly consumption. Remember, just like with vitamin A and D, you don't want to overdo the consumption of these fungi. A moderate balance of your intake is all you need. Like all mushrooms, culinary mushrooms are not fruits or vegetables. They are fungi and are a unique kind of living thing. Fungi are one of the oldest types of life on Earth, with the oldest fungi appearing around 1 billion or so years ago. What we call mushrooms are the fleshy spore-producing part of the fungus referred to as the fruiting body. Study links can be found in the description area as well as on our website. History. There are many non-psychotropic mushroom compounds that have been used in healing for thousands of years. Mushrooms contain mycelium, the active compound produced prior to the pinhead, and several other molecules including triterpenoids, polysaccharides, and peptidoglycans, which may be responsible for its health effects. Culinary mushrooms can be found in grocery stores and farmers markets. As mushroom popularity grows, it is important not to hunt for them outside without knowing what species are poisonous. Maitake, or Gryphola frondosa. Maitake is a culinary and medicinal mushroom that has shown anti-cancer activity on breast cancer, melanoma, and hepatoma cells in animal studies. Protoglucan, a component of maitake, has been associated with the immune-stimulating effects of the mushroom. In mouse models, protoglucan has been shown to decrease mammary tumor cell behavior. And in vitro and animal studies, polysaccharides found in maitake have been shown to exert antiviral activity against hepatitis B and human immunodeficiency virus, or HIV. Now moving on to the oyster mushroom, very hard to pronounce, pleurotus. Oyster mushrooms are a genus of fungi that includes several species, such as the one described above, pleurotus, osteotus, and Pleurotus floridea. In vitro research has found that the polysaccharides present in P. osteotatus mushrooms may activate NK cells against lung and breast cancer. Additionally, an extract of P. florida, which contains a number of active components, including polyphenols, flavonoids, and polysaccharides, was shown to have anti-inflammatory and analgesic effects in animal models. Moving on to the shiitake mushroom, or Lentulula edodes. Shiitake mushrooms have been traditionally used to treat conditions such as the common cold. A 4-week clinical trial suggests that shiitake intake was associated with favorable changes in secretion patterns of various immune compounds. These changes may indicate an improvement in gut immunity and anti-inflammatory response. As with other mushroom varieties, shiitake may have anti-cancer effects. Lentinin, which is a glucan derived from shiitake, is currently used as a complementary treatment for tumors, particularly in China and Japan. Moving on to the portobello mushroom, the larger size of the cap makes these very easy to spot. For anyone with a serious medical condition or immune compromised scenario, you can get all the healing attributes of mushrooms right from your grocery store. These culinary mushrooms should be added to your diet on a weekly basis and can have many health benefits. Like all mushrooms, portobello mushrooms are low in fat and calories, and 100 grams of raw mushrooms have no fat and only 22 calories. Let's talk nutrients. Well, portobello mushrooms taste meaty and savory, with a quality that makes them a good substitute for foods higher in fat and calories like meat and cheese. Of course, we discussed this in many of our videos, that cheese is the most inflammatory food, and if you do have any kind of a chronic condition, you should get off cheese. But portobello are good sources of many nutrients, including B vitamins, phosphorus, selenium, copper, and potassium. Mushrooms are the only known non-animal source of vitamin D, but many commercial mushrooms are grown in dark indoor spaces because they do not photosynthesize and do not contain significant amounts of vitamin D. Some commercial mushroom growers expose their mushrooms to ultraviolet light to increase their vitamin D content. Specific benefits: culinary mushrooms. Mental benefits: well, eating mushrooms may have protective effects on the brains of older adults and may reduce the risk of mild cognitive impairment. In a 2019 study of Chinese seniors aged 60 and older, people who ate 2 or more servings of mushrooms a week had a 52% reduction in the risk of developing MCI after controlling for other factors. Culinary mushrooms' intestinal health benefits include polysaccharides in mushrooms act as a food for beneficial gut bacteria, helping those beneficial strains grow and survive. Since 70% of the immune system is in the gut, eating gut-healthy foods like portobello mushrooms may improve immune function. Caution: well, many of the mushrooms purchased in supermarkets are wrapped in plastic to appear to provide sanitary protection, but do not buy any wrapped mushrooms. It is important to be able to check the mushrooms for sliminess and smell. Just as with prepackaged lettuce, you don't want to buy them if they are not fresh and they have begun to degrade. Sourcing fresh culinary mushrooms in bulk, open bins, is always going to be the best option, or the best way to buy the freshest and safest mushrooms. Now here at My Mushroom Health, we have a product called Mycelium. This is 4-in-1 gummies. They contain 4 different mycelium products from turkey tail, reishi, lion's mane, and cordyceps, 4 of the top medicinal mushrooms. Now these are not the culinary mushrooms we just spoke about. These are in fact more of a medicinal mushroom that people tend to supplement. But these gummies are 250 milligrams of activated mycelium compounds in each great tasting gummy. Non-activated is common, but not the best for absorption. Our bottle contains 30 chews with no bad aftertaste or repeating, which many people get from powders. We also have a 10-in-1 complex with all the culinary mushrooms and these 4 mushrooms included, so check that out as well. More for your money? Don't be fooled by low-cost items on Amazon. Many retailers sell products with 10, 20, or as low as 50 milligrams per serving, which is not typically enough to benefit you. Our Mycelium chews are 250 milligrams per gummy for a total of 7,500 milligrams per jar. Capsules often contain fillers rather than 100% mycelium, and most products are non-activated mycelium compounds, which means they are less bioavailable. Many popular mushroom products' powders do not taste good and tend to repeat after consumption. We also have wholesale pricing available, so if you'd like to sell our products on your website or in your store, please reach out. We'll be more than happy to get you some information. Now, immune benefits. This is very important. Beta-glucans, specifically beta-1 and 3-D-glucan, is one of the most researched compounds found in medicinal mushrooms. Test tube studies have shown that mycelium can affect the genes in white blood cells, which are critical parts of your immune system. Studies have found that mycelium may also alter inflammatory pathways in white blood cells. Additionally, these molecules found in the mushroom can increase the activity of a type of white blood cell called killer cells, and these killer cells help to form antibodies to attack toxins. Each person's different. Each person's metabolism is in fact unique, and this means you should always start any mushroom supplement slowly with a small dose. Typical starting dose is about 1 gram daily. Slowly increase your dosage if you choose, and monitor your results. Any unwanted symptoms, stop immediately. A large dose would be 2 to 4 grams per day, or about 2 to 400 milligrams. And our 4-in-1 mycelium supplements are very high in beta-glucans and taste great. Side effects: it is extremely rare to experience unwanted symptoms or side effects. This usually only occurs when consuming too much or too much too fast. More is not always better, so keep a moderate dose. And if you do take too much too fast, loose stools and stomach aches are possible. Avoid if you're pregnant or breastfeeding, have a blood disorder, or will be undergoing surgery, or have very low blood pressure. And remember, speak to your doctor if you are in fact immune compromised. Be well, folks. Hope you found value in this information. Please feel free to share this if you know someone else who might find it interesting. And don't forget, do something nice for someone you don't even know this week, because there's not enough of that in the world right now.